Hello there, happily married woman. It is Dr. Siobhan Parad here, founder of Relatable. I am so glad to be joining you today to talk about shortcuts in your marriage, right? So we're all modern women with lots to do, lots on our plates. And, whenever I speak with many of you, we're always looking to get results faster, quicker, right? We live in the age of instant gratification. And a lot of times that leads us to believe that we can always do something quicker, always do something faster, and that we can essentially always find a shortcut to getting the things we want, whether it's out of life in general or our marriages specifically. And so I wanted to come on to just talk about this concept of shortcuts and to share with you 3 shortcuts that I believe a lot of us are making or trying to make that's actually preventing us from creating the happiest of marriages and the most fulfilling relationships with our husbands. And so I'm going to get right to what those shortcuts are. And so the first one is we look to create massive change, right? A massive transformation in our relationships really quickly. When a lot of times we don't remember or we don't consider the fact that whatever challenges you face, whether that's issues in communicating, if that's issues in feeling connected with each other, if it's issues in feeling like you're a team and on the same page, that those things didn't happen overnight. It wasn't like one morning you and your husband woke up and decided you weren't going to communicate well. It wasn't one morning that he just woke up and decided to stop listening to you or to stop opening up to you. That it was something along the way of a matter of weeks, a matter of months, a matter of years that have led you to the place that you may be finding yourself right now if things are not in an ideal situation. And so a lot of times we think that we can take this shortcut that if he would just change or that there's some magic, solution to creating this radical change in our relationships and in the way that we interact with each other. And I'm sad to say, I wish there was a shortcut, but I'm sad to say that it just doesn't exist, right? And that if we can begin to shift our thinking, if we begin to see how, if it took us years to develop into the place that we are now, that it will certainly at least take months and potentially years to get to an even better place, a stronger place, a more secure and strengthened place in our relationships. And that's a reality that, a lot of us probably don't want to hear, because I know if you're like me, you're very impatient and you want everything done right away. But it's the truth of the situation. And if you can come to a place of acceptance that things are not going to change overnight, you can then identify sort of those small milestones along the way that make you feel, that demonstrate to you that you're actually making progress in the right direction. So that's shortcut number 1, is really thinking that you can create this massive change for things that took months, years to develop, okay? Number 2 is a lot of times, and I am guilty of this too, it actually even came up for me just this morning, but the next shortcut is really looking for our husbands to fulfill all of our needs, right? So many of you have heard me say before that for the love languages, my love language is words of affirmation. And I don't think it's by chance that I've married a man who is not overflowing with compliments, a man who is not naturally inclined to give me lots of praise. And that's an area that I've had a lot of self-reflection for my own peace of mind, and really have learned and continue to learn to get to a place where I appreciate and accept exactly who my husband is for who he is. And I recognize that if I want more compliments, if I want praise, if I need someone to stroke my ego, if I need something to lift me up and build up my own self-esteem, that it's my job and my job alone, right? Or it's my job and God's job, that to look to my husband to fill that place in me that needs that affirmation, that needs that validation, is unfair to him, and it's really a sign that maybe I'm not willing to do the work to build myself up on my own. And so we take the shortcut of looking for our husbands to love us in just the right way. We make that shortcut of looking for our husbands to, appreciate us for all that we're doing, to show us the affection, to sort of be the perfect respondent to all of our needs. And I just wanted to, suggest that maybe that's an unfair expectation, that maybe the only true way for you to feel complete, for you to feel fulfilled, for you to feel at peace is nothing that you're actually going to get from your husband, that you have to cultivate that within yourself. You have to compliment yourself. You have to look in that mirror and say to yourself, you are beautiful. And believe me, I do that for myself because I have that need. Like, God created me to be someone who needs that right now at this stage of my life. And so I know that I will get that when I cultivate that within myself, when I look to God to fulfill that need for me and in my relationship with him. So I just want you to know, again, that may be a shortcut that I want you to just examine and look for yourself. Are you really expecting your husband to fulfill so many of your needs that really, if you were honest and took a good look in the mirror, that those are things that you need to work on for yourself, okay? And then the third shortcut that a lot of us make is we expect our husbands to read our minds, right? Now, I know if I were to ask you, do you expect him to read your mind? You would tell me for sure, no, like nobody can read your mind. Like I can't read his mind. He can't read my mind. Yet we fall into this shortcut. We fall into this trap all the time. And that there are things going on in our head, there are expectations or things that we believe he should just know to do, that anyone in this situation would know that that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to think ahead. You're supposed to anticipate needs. This comes up a lot when it comes to sort of like household responsibilities, when it comes to anything related to caring for the children or keeping the house maintained. A lot of time I hear women say, like, I shouldn't have to tell him to do that. Like, he should just know. And I often say, well, he's not doing it, so he doesn't just know. And we judge him, right? We judge him for the fact that he doesn't just know what to do. And then we get angry and we get annoyed. And we don't want to spell things out. We don't want to give like this step-by-step plan, maybe because we're annoyed that we have to put forth the energy, or maybe we're annoyed and we don't want to feel like his mother. But again, that's a symptom of expecting him to read your mind. And there are ways to certainly communicate that don't demean him, that don't disrespect him, that don't make him feel like you're treating him like a baby. Certainly there's room for that. But even to get to that place, you have to get over this assumption and this expectation that he's just going to know what to do, because he's shown you time and time again that he doesn't, right? And we can't judge them for that. I experience it too. We can't judge them for that. We have to be really clear about the things that we expect, right? And then give them grace when they don't rise to that occasion. So those are the three shortcuts, right? You look for radical change in a situation that took a long time to develop. You look for your husband to fulfill all of your needs when that's your job, and your relationship with God is going to fulfill those needs. And then we expect him to read our minds. So I just want you to take assessment for yourself. Like, do you fall into making those shortcuts, right? And there's no judgment. I just want you to take assessment. Like, be aware of it. Be aware of some of the expectations you have, or some of the thinking that you adopt that might be preventing you from having the happy, loving, fulfilling marriage and relationship with your husband that you want to have, right? Just be aware of it. And then if you don't like it, if it's not working for you, change it, right? Take one step in the right direction to change it, to change your mindset, to change your attitude about it, and to change your actions. So that's what I have for you. And if this is your first time seeing me on live stream, if you are new to the group here, welcome. I am a relationship expert and marriage coach, and I help women develop the mindset and skills to create a marriage that they absolutely love, a relationship with their husband that is bursting with love and happiness and fulfillment. And I do that, and we do that together without having to make over the husband. So I believe the quickest path to your happiness, the fastest route to improving your marriage, comes with a good look in the mirror. That you are empowered to, change the things within yourself, change your mindset, change your actions, which then will result in the changes that you are hoping and praying for and wanting to see in your marriage. And I do that through one-on-one coaching, through group programs, and other digital products. So continue to stay with me. I'm excited to have you. If this is your first time seeing a live stream or being a part of this group, welcome, and get comfortable. There's lots more from me and the other women here as well. So thanks so much, and I'll be back with you guys sometime soon. Bye.